Okay, so I'm just waking up, doing my morning routine, and I just finished my heritage sheets. Like this one, I got to do one for Walmart. This one, those ones were social media. Then I have a couple more. I was working on one that's like 99.9% failure, 0.00001% success, but even smaller percentage than that. Um, and when my computer, I spilled water on my computer, so it's still in the computer place that I just took to be able to have them check it out. And I got to call them because they were supposed to have it done by a week ago. And even this week, I have to see what's happening. So, anyway, I might have lost that, and God willing, I didn't lose it. But I've been working on that for a long time, and that one is like a very significant one. But I'm working on these things so that I can. Um, it just feels like I just have a lot that's inside, and it's starting to come out. All of these, my body keeping score, these things are starting to come out. And so basically, I just wanted to say that in the video I had recorded prior to the one I'm going to post, because I'm going to post this and another one at the same time. I also thought to say that, as I was singing in a song that had an American, like a song with more like the influences that, you know, look, for a few years we went to a church with a primarily African American, population. The music primarily, I guess the term today will be FBA, Foundational Black American, or ADOS, Um, so I'm kind of aware of these influences on me as I start to recognize these different languages that I have within the single language of English in the United States. But then also I want to learn Igbo. I had studied French in college, and that's another thing. When I was wandering when I was 20, I had no compass. So now at 39, I am just figuring it out late. Seeing emails from Howard saying, oh, I'll graduate by 19 because I came with extra college credits. Seeing that I came with extra college credits as well and had no real focus or guidance, and to think that I could have finished college early. Looking back and rewiring and seeing the ways that I messed up, seeing the ways that I didn't know any better, seeing the ways that I was just on a trajectory based on a lot of the things I'd been given, seeing the ways and not seeing my mom be able to reach her potential impacted me in not being able to see myself in something more than what I'd been given. Seeing the ways in the same that my father had not been able to reach his potential and had harmed me, how these things connected generationally to harms that I'm starting to recognize have been experienced. Seeing the ways that um, my mom did not have family support, and to the point I don't see them until she's sick, and then people come in, one sibling helped like so much, exponentially. But then in life, it did not see them at like important events of mine or my siblings, or even if just not seeing like recognition. And I remember I sent like a gift back out of anger because it was in this period of this, like I talked about when I was 20, but it was in this period, maybe 23, 24, after I'd graduated. And in all of the mistakes that I'd made and the missteps I'd taken, I realized that for the part that was mine, that was okay to be like, okay, I effed up. But for the part that felt like it was bigger, I felt like I had fallen into some generational quicksand, that I had fallen into some matrix glitch that was supposed to take me out. And I came to the conclusion that it was the secrets and the things that nobody really talks about, but that you take on in the next generation. So I was angry. I was angry because I realized that part of my lineage is this secrecy and this abuse, and it threw me off. And so I sent it back, and I made people mad. And for the first time, I felt some type of emotion or some type of care toward, not even care, but care in the way that I know that I hadn't felt in my life from people that I had shared deoxyribonucleic acid, if I even have that term correct, but it was such a fun term because it was just so long, I remember. DNA. But I say that to say that now this voice seems to be converging into the one or the several that is one, whatever it is. And yeah. So anyway, I just want to say that this morning, I need to get to reading my Bible, even when I was reading about Exodus. Why is it that I had 4 bees just randomly show up in my room right before my counselor's appointment? Then a couple days later, after we got back from performing in Wyoming, of all places, right? 4 more bees. So I just connected that to having synchronicity, that I was experiencing a mini plague in my room, because one of the plagues in Exodus is that locusts, God sends locusts upon Egypt because the Pharaoh is so hard-headed that he won't let the Hebrews go when Moses says, to let my people go. And I had read that back in about mid-October, mid to late October. I think like the 18th or something like this. I like marked down the date that I read it. Um, and yeah, in maybe early November, I just randomly found 4 bees in here that I just had to, and I need to like pick them up because they're like on my windowsill. But anyway, I'm just saying that there's something that a vibration that I think I'm starting to come on to, and this awareness, and I think my injury is a part of that as well. Have rather, and I could go into it further, but I just want to get better. So that's it. All right, let me go ahead and get on to the next part of this morning routine, and have a good day. All right.